Hello everybody. Today we are going to learn how to make note making, and this is a very integral part of your syllabus of your reading section. Remember, this is a part of your reading section and not of your writing section. And since this cannot be done in multiple choice questions, so this is going to be a part of your question paper from part B only, and carrying 8 marks, and most importantly carrying 8 marks, and it is a highly scoring question, and most probably and not most probably and certainly you will get this question next year also in class 12, though for this year it has been deleted for class 12 by the CBSE. So better just hone your skills regarding this note making, since this is integral part of your your skills, life skills also, because you people are supposed to take notes of everything that you notice around. So listening and just reading, they are the most important thing for your note making. So how you are going to make these notes technically, I'm just going to discuss point by points. First of all, let us know as note making is the practice of recording information captured from another source. Another source, someone is giving interview, you are reading some newspaper, and you're just watching some cricket match, and just some commentary, and just after that you want to summarize all those things. You want to just make a record of all those things in some points, in some notes, and not using your full sentences. That's the best way to record something. So by taking notes, the writer records the essence of the information, freeing the mind from having to recall everything. It also is reduces your stress, your stress, that everything you don't need to remember everything at all the times. For example, you have read the chapter Ailing Planet, or the grand or and the portrait of an old lady. So what you can do, you can make some brief notes out of the chapter. So these notes will always help you to have a full comprehension of the story. So whenever you are going through these points at any given point of time, excuse me, for your examination, your test, so this a single glance over that will help you to comprehend the whole story, and almost within a very short period of time. So note making is quite important. We have known about this fact, and let us start with the format of this note making. Actually, the format of note making is quite technical, and you can see it is written that you can start from title. As soon as you go through the passage, as in your examination you will get a passage of which you will be making the notes. So just first go through the passage and give special attention to the first and the last paragraph of it, because these are the paragraphs from where you will be getting your title, the theme of the passage, and that will also be your title. So start your note making with the title, mention it at the very outset of your note making, then just come on to the indenting part or the format part. For example, point 1, that is the main point, this is the main heading. What you have to do, you have to divide the whole passage into some 4, 5, 6 headings or the points. And remember, the most of you commit a mistake that they tend to make notes paragraph wise. There is no need to do the notes or to make the notes paragraph wise. What you have to do, you have to find out 4, 5, 6 main points out of the passage, and you have to again find out the sub points of those points. Maybe that you have taken point 1 from passage number 1 and 3, and you are getting some sub points from some different passages, maybe. So just keep it in your mind while preparing notes, that you have to do the note making points wise, not paragraph wise. So your first point, then a sub point. For example, you have taken the history of India, for example, history of India or Indus Valley civilization. For example, you have taken this heading, Indus Valley civilization. This is the title of your note making, and now the first is its history. Okay, now you are talking about this Mohenjo-daro and just Montgomery and like that. So first heading, so whatever you are getting out of that passage that you can write in the first heading or the first point, you have to go for a sub point. And even after writing those sub points in a given point or given heading, you can again go for sub points. They may be 1 or 2 rarely, because they cannot be written directly under some main heading. That's why this is the way that you can go for your note making. In the same manner, point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4, point 5, even point 6. And let us not forget the indenting part of it, because you are starting your note making from the title, then you are giving the subheading of the sub point, the subheading, and the sub points again. If you can go further, I would like to advise you to use the format that is the decimal part or the decimal indenting. See, it's written there, heading is written first, point number 1, subheading. For example, the history of Mohenjo-daro. Then the first point, something you have written about the many articles and the objects, which we have got from there. 1.1 and again 1.2. It means they are the sub points of point number 1 subheading. Again, if you find that in point 1.2 you have got another thing that is not directly related to our main title or the subheading, but only to our 1.2, then we can write it as 1.2.1. So this is the best way to indent your note making. And never use the margin of your answer copy to write down, to mention the indenting or the points. So use the main page of your answer sheet, and in this way you can go further. And you can see in subheading number 2 the way in which 2.2 has been further, 2.2.1, 2.2.2, like that. Even you can go for 2.2.3, and again the subheading 3, and see the number 1, 2, 3 in a single vertical line, that the subheading, and the point 1.1, 1.2, like that in a single heading line, vertical line, and again go for the subheading 2.2, 2.1 as a single other line. So see the vertical lines in which the indenting is done. That is the most important part of your note making. So your note making on a page should look like this. Okay, and I'm just advising you all to use the indenting that is decimal indenting. That's the best way, because you know how many points you have written already. So, and as soon as you complete a note making, don't forget to use those abbreviations, the list of abbreviations. Make a box in which write the contractions and the complete word. So it will help you, because you are supposed to use those abbreviations in your note making, the next part of it. Because if you and don't forget to abbreviate those words only which are long, which are longer. And don't abbreviate those words. For example, you have taken the word can, can. So what is the need to reduce? What is the need to contract this word? This is already very shortened. Okay, so that's why I always remember that you have to contract those words which are longer, and make a table, make a box of that. At one side you have to write down the abbreviated word, the contracted word, and at one side the full word. And this is still the part of your note making, starting from the title, coming to the note making, points, subpoints, decimal indenting, and then coming to the box of abbreviations. So this is where we complete the note making. Now in the next video I will be telling you about the summarizing part, how we are going to summarize these points. Thank you.